everybody. Well, it's June 26th, Friday. The continuation coverage of the FIFA World Cup 2026 is here on episode 12. Hello, everybody, and I'm your anchor host, Kwabena, Agyemang, and thanks for joining us on this 10th anniversary, still going on this season before Calgary Stampede starts next month and Canada Day starts in July 1st next month. And we got a lot of matches to cover. First off, Czechia and South Africa. In June 18, the final score is 1-1. Yeah, I think South Africa is going home in elimination with the draw. And Czechia, I don't know if he's in the round 32 or he's out. So that goes for Czechia. Um, if he's going to be playing for the round 32. Canada's in. Yeah, Canada's in with a 2-1 on June 24th with the first loss. Well, that's unfortunate for Team Canada's for 1 point goal. And Switzerland scores 2 goals. So Swiss wins 2-1. And then both are qualified for round 32 playoff bracket for the chase of the FIFA World Cup trophy. Portugal is in 5-0, including Cristiano Wald, Waldino, Cristiano Waldano scored in FIFA World Cup history. Goes to Cristiano Waldano and Michelop's superior play of the month in the play of the match is Cristiano. Yeah, with the 5-0, including Cristiano score a goal. Yeah. How about Ghana versus England? With no goals, a drawless, scoreless goal. That was June 23rd. I was shocked. And England and Ghana were kind of friends, but nobody cheers with that they kicked with that nobody scored a goal. And yeah, hopefully Ghana will get a chance on the third match, and that is Croatia will be played, and that is going to be next month. No, I think is Croatia is our last match before the round of 32 brackets begin, starting Sunday, June 28th. So it's unfortunate for England, very frustrating. And Ghana, you can dance, enjoy whatever you want, because now these players scored a goal. It's 0-0 full time, your final score. This match was take place Boston Stadium. Oh boy, there's going to be a lot of hard work to do for England. A lot of hard work to do, England. Yeah, lot of hard work to do before they can secure the playoff spot for 32 round for chasing for the FIFA World Cup trophy. Who wins? gotta be at the end of July, 18 and 19. Okay, go all through the past days. Canada versus Qatar in June 18 with a 6-0 plus an hat trick for Jonathan David. Mexico versus South Korea 1-0. USA Australia 2-0 on June 19th. Brazil versus Haiti 3-0. Netherlands versus Sweden 5-1. Germany versus Coyote d'Ivoire 2-1. That was June 20th. June 21st, Japan versus Tunisia 0-4. Spain, Espanol versus Saudi Arabia football team 4-0. And also the Argentina. Yeah, the Argentina will play another game before. I think they make it to the round 32. Is Argentina? How about France? France can, yeah, I think France can win this next game and qualify to the round 32. Same with Argentina, same with Germany, same with Canada, Mexico, Switzerland, and I bet France because Argentina is in qualified for round 32 with the wins and more points. That is good for Lionel Messi with the hat trick goals. Same with Jonathan David with another hat trick history for Team Canada and for the FIFA World Cup historic for Canada with 3 hat trick goals. Okay, so we'll continue more on that on the next episode for 13 because we're on the way for Canada Day. After that, so that I'm going to talk about. So let's see how it goes for round 32 in the next episode. All right. Well, now the microphone's working, so it's good. All right. Um, the Canada Day concerts are coming up right here in Brampton, other side Mississauga and Toronto. So yeah, there's not enough me to get attention with Brampton Canada Day. It's another country style Canada Day version again. Same with last year. So it's not gonna go back to the modern Canada Day. It's a country style format Canada Day once again. They're doing the same with Calgary Stampede on Canada Day. Yeah. So not worth any interested. So feel free to join the Canada Day concerts by clicking on the City of Brampton website, Canada Day, and see for yourself by visiting Jacuzzi Park. And if you're on the Mississauga area, go to mississauga.com or .ca and click the Canada Day website so you can see for yourself and be there for July on Canada Day and who's going to be performing on Canada Day in a headline. Yeah, so with Toronto, I don't think the fan festival is not going to be hosting for Canada Day. So just check on the website and on the FIFA website. I don't think they don't have the schedule for Canada Day. They're going to be off and closed for Canada Day. The stage, the store, FIFA store for World Cup is going to be closed for Canada Day during the holidays. Yeah. FIFA will work here in Canada where they can open stores and concerts in a fan festival stage Vancouver, and Toronto. I don't think the holiday cannot work for Canada. They will not open. It will permanently close for Canada Day holiday. Well, that's too bad. Um, yeah. So feel free to visit the concerts here in Brampton, Canada, and Mississauga Celebration Square, Canada, and Toronto, which are held in downtown Toronto in the city of square of downtown is Nathan Phillips Square. Will they host it? A big star artist for Canada? Definitely. Rather than do the fan festival, they could do that in a Canada special for FIFA World Cup fan festival special event for Canada. It'll be epic moment that nobody in FIFA has ever done. All right, now on to the next list. Marilyn Dennis has officially retired after 50 plus years of radio television career as a media personality. Has called it off on 100.5 Chum FM, 40 years on the radio, and 10 plus years on television, including City Line, CTV City Line, and CDTV's The Marilyn Dennis Show from 2011 to 2023, and replacing to a new successor and an award-winning MasterChef winner, Canada, MasterChef Canada, Mary Berg, and it's called The Good Stuff with Mary Berg. So Marilyn Dennis has finally called it a day on his final broadcast on 100.5 Jam FM, and in my behalf on the Blind Show, including my 10th season for 10th anniversary, I want to wish Marilyn Dennis a happy retirement for all the work you have ever done in radio, television, inspire the people in Canadians, and man, Marilyn, everybody going to miss you. Listening to you on Chum FM and on television, CDTV and CDTV C Line and Marilyn Dennis show that everybody loved in this Canadian popular daytime show and afternoon show. Yeah, in the morning show. I don't think in the afternoon show they Marilyn Dennis won't do a prime time or late night show. No, it's on the daytime shows that she loves every single bit, every single bit. Well, Marilyn, enjoy your retirement and thank you, Marilyn. And we're gonna miss you a lot. Watts and Mocha are sending regards. Six Cicel sending regards. Breakfast Television, Tim Bolin and Deanna Poljan sends regards to Marilyn. Uh, George Strombo sends regards to Marilyn. And every news personality, CP24, CTV News, Global, The Morning Show, City TV, City News, sends regards to Marilyn Dennis on a happy retirement after 50 years on television and radio broadcasting in Canadian history. And that woman is Marilyn Dennis for decades. We wish you all the best, Marilyn, and good luck on your chapter of retirement. That will take on a big parade in a celebration for Marilyn Dennis' career. It's going to be held in downtown Toronto, inside the building, to say farewell to Marilyn Dennis for years of radio and broadcasting television in daytime that she did invested right here in Canada. That woman right there is Marilyn Dennis. All right. Okay, now we're gonna pause for a break. Gotta bring my coffee because I'm gonna go for break before when I return to second half. To see the movies, there are four new movies are upcoming this weekend, and the shoutouts is the final season of The Way Home on Hallmark Channel after 4 seasons, plus the Fender lawsuit, which is got really, really bad. That Tom filed a lawsuit, the biggest company in Europe and the world, filed against lawsuit to Fender. So coming up on the second half, why out to this on the Pine Show, right here on YouTube. Thanks so much.
So I did enjoy it. So how was it?
I just watched it last night, and I thought it was great. It was really great.
Yeah. Can you tell us the summary of the movie, if you can?
Tell me the summary about the movie. Sure. Basically, what the movie is about. It's about this woman named Estella, played by Emma Stone, who is wanting to make it big in the fashion industry, and starts working for this woman named the Bonimus, I think that's her name, played by Emma Thompson. And then pretty soon she discovers that that Estella in a way is becoming, in a way, like the Disney villain Cruella de Vil from the story of 101 Dalmatians. And this movie is basically showing that origin story of how she becomes that character, that persona, and that's what this movie is about.
It's talking about the story of the Cruella Vaughn. He's Emma Stone playing Estella with Cruella. That's Estella in the past. He becomes Cruella.
Yes.
That's why she's trying to hide like something, you know. I know her parents passed away because it was Brown who set it up by these dogs, by these dogs, black spots. So I see
they're Dalmatians. They're called Dalmatians.
Oh, Dalmatians. Yes.
Yes.
They killed her mother. Mother, I guess. And he jumped over the wood and fell over to the water. Yeah, that happened.
Quick question, Kwabena. This interview, this review, it's are we allowed to talk about spoilers or not really? Because in case if people on here see this, we don't want like much to give away spoilers. But if we are, it's a full spoiler warning, isn't it? Or
spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Yeah, sure. You can include that spoiler.
It's okay to talk about that.
Yeah.
Only you can see it. This game that I played is 007 First Light, which came out last month on May 26th. And I played the game, and I got the Legacy Edition. What you saw on the saw on the photo, not on the video. I didn't capture the video for the footage of the game, not yet. But I did got the photo of the Legacy Edition. This right here, the Golden Gun, was used in the film in 1974. The Man with the Golden Gun comes with the Legacy Edition, the Golden Gun with 5 bullets display, a replica Golden Gun, and it's awesome. Man, I gotta tell you, I'm almost done with that game. Maybe around 45%, closer to 50. So I'll be almost done when this chapter 10 or 11, maybe chapter 12 total, when First Light comes to finish. And we'll see if the sequel will continue for the First Light. And this gameplay, the soundtrack, the graphics, my God Almighty, my God. I'm a big fan of James Bond since day one when I watched The World Is Not Enough, starting with Brosnan. Pierce Bronson, where mom bought Future Shop back in the 2000s, and during my birthday on September, maybe 2010 or 8, my birth was the year of 1999. So she bought a Blu-ray on Future Shop, and she gave me a present called The World Is Not Enough when I open the present. When I look at it, and I was not happy, but I was not surprised. But 1999, I thought my thinking was, what I was planned to buy during 2012. I think it's 2012. Yeah, the Future Shop before it's closed all operations before converting to Best Buy Canada, because Future Shop is no more. This nostalgic Future Shop Canadian retailer that everybody loves and remembered will live forever for Future Shop. Many, many years and past years of their lives. So, what I was thinking is called the James Bond Legacy Collection, the James Bond 50th Anniversary Legacy Collection. That part I was getting at, and my mom disagreed because, well, she didn't make enough money to get a gift present for me, and instead, she decided to buy a DVD Blu ray instead of James Bond 50th Anniversary with box of Blu ray DVD collection throughout 5 or 6 Bond successors, starring Sean Connery to Daniel Craig. Yeah, Sean Connery to Daniel Craig. All James Bond processors to successors to that man, Daniel Craig, which by now he is finished playing character as Bond after 5 movies of James Bond starring Casino Royale, Quantum Solace, Skyfall, Spectre, and now No Time to Die. After 5 movies that Daniel Craig, yes, made James Bond a better franchise before I send off to our next actor who can be replaced. A new James Bond will be this man, Patrick Gibson. Which, by the way, Patrick Gibson did a great job playing as a James Bond. Started was from the Dexter, the young actor portrayed like Michael C. Hall, Dexter. Well, Patrick Gibson did a phenomenal job as a James Bond acting. The ability, the strength, he did step forward into James Bond's shoes. And man, the way he's done in this cover, man, I can't wait for Patrick Gibson to be the next James Bond in a live action for replacement for Daniel Craig. Or if I am wrong, then it's got to be Henry Cavill or Idris Elba over Patrick Gibson. So either way, you leave the comments who's going to be the new James Bond after Daniel Craig. Patrick Gibson, the cover on the first light, or would it be Henry Cavill, Idris Elba, or Aaron Taylor Johnson? Leave the comments down below who's going to be the next James Bond, because Amazon MGM Studios are searching for next James Bond to be in the role for replaceable for Daniel Craig's successor. They're still working on it in development right now. They will let you know by Amazon MGM Studios if there's official. We found a new acting character role for James Bond. Maybe if they can fill Daniel Craig's shoes or James Bond's shoes, if they are really good at it. Patrick Gibson can do that, or somebody. Idris Elba, Aaron Taylor Johnson, or Henry Cavill. Leave the comments down below. Okay, gotta put this down. So now, on the second half, we welcome you back. I forgot to tell you that. Now with the movies coming up, and you need to go see the movies Supergirl, starring Millie Alcock and James Gunn as a director after the Superman was a box office success with the chemistry, David Cornsworth, and I forgot the second name again, Rachel Bronson. Rachel Bronson? Yeah, I said it. The woman played the marvelous Mrs. Maisel on Prime. Absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. And also Nicholas Holt played Mr. Lex Luthor. Yeah. That overall made a huge box office success. And props to James Gunn. Which second thing is Supergirl, the sequel of Superman. Will this Supergirl will be a hit, or it's going to be box office problem? So the way is Superman, which I'm going to get to that on the end. There was no topic in debate of the week this episode. Sorry, it's a shout out that I said the way home. So the way is Supergirl could be hit or miss. Jackasses, the final film of Jackass. led by Johnny Knoxville. After previous films started Jackass in 2003 or 4. The best and last is upcoming right now to say final goodbye to the Jackass series of previous films that people make laugh so hard, hitting nuts all over. My gosh, it's so hilarious, man. Haven't watched Jackasses. Never. Never in my life. I never watched or any films that I never see Jackasses with Johnny Knoxville. No. I see them insane stunts, insane things. That's crazy. The death of Robin Hood is available now. The death of Robin Hood. The Bloodlines, Toronto International Film Festival for Canada exclusive. The Bloodlines. So go see all 4 movies. That is Supergirl, Jackass's Best and Last, Death of Robin Hood, and Bloodlines for Canada exclusive was selected by Toronto International Film Festival during the 50th anniversary. So go see it on Cineplex right here in Canada and AMC theaters in the United States of America and Cineworld and Odeon Cinemas on UK, United Kingdom. Feel free to leave a comment down below. How was the movie? And what did you think of it? Okay, now the shout out is The Way Home. Andy McDowell, Christina Lay, Evan Williams. Yeah, I said it. Evan Williams and Andy. And I forgot the name that girl played. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Snow. Yeah, we can call that. Andy Snow is officially finished with the 4 seasons with The Way Home on Hallmark Channel, and with the partnership with Canada, the W Network has finally wrapped up with 4 seasons throughout time traveling, the family history of the Landry, the Goodsons, and all the years in a time traveler that Landry's has seen in the 90s and 18s and the 2000s. The conflict, the climax, and the the weight that everybody in this crew and the cast of The Way Home are fully grateful. They put so effort work, discover the Landrys and the Goodwins, and throughout the family history of The Way Home, including the pond. The pond can turn inevitable when something happened. If you jump to the pond, then the pond will take you to a time traveler back in the 19s, 18s, 2000s, like something realistic happened. Well, shout out to the cast and crew, put so much effort. The Way Home for 4 seasons on Hallmark, and I watched all the seasons from 1 to 4. Yes. And it was It was amazing. Amazing one with the way home. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy throughout the family history, especially Andy McDowell brought so much unloved in each and every one through the characters. Man, oh Andy, uh, I hope they take advice from Andy and learn with it throughout this show. Have so much. I The Way Home. If you want to rewatch it throughout 1 to 4, feel free to watch it on Hallmark channel. And here in Canada, feel free to do that on demand on your local cable service, Telus, Optic TV, Bell 5 TV, and Rogers Xfinity TV on demand for W Network on demand for The Way Home. If you rewatch it all the seasons and learn through history of Landry's family, past, present, and the future in lifestyle, going through their family of Landry. The kids, the mothers and fathers, daughters and sisters, all they care is to protect the family of Landry's family, the farm, the house, and everything. So feel free to watch it anytime, all the seasons 1 to 4. And one day, if they picked up by a different network for The Way Home, there could be a green light for season 5 after Hallmark Channel leaves the network, was by cancellation in the office of Hallmark, because 4 seasons is good enough. 4 seasons is good enough. We can call it Hallmark, The Way Home, to come to an end of the magical fantasy time traveler ride is coming to a chapter close. Well, that's a shout out for The Way Home. All right. One more thing. In the business news, oh boy. Thurman have filed a lawsuit against Fender for cease and desist letters on the copyrighted the Fender body shape Type S Stratocaster. And it's going to be heard throughout the public if the media outlets gets more information informed more and more. Thurman have filed a lawsuit against Fender. Thurman, the biggest company, guitars, basses, manufacturers, all the brands in the entire European and the worldwide, have filed a lawsuit to Fender. This is a shockingly blockbuster that Thurman step up to the plate and fight against Fender. Because why Fender is doing this, they went to the court and they filed and they won the case with the copyrighted for the body shape of the Stratocaster. And Fender did a huge mistake on for 75 years of Fender. They have to address many years ago in the past and never delivered. That Fender CEO, the new CEO, Bud, made a huge mistake by doing cease and desist letters to go out there, go after their manufacturers, their other brands like LSL, PS, PSR guitars, and Sir for copyrighted Stratocaster need to be destroyed or reissued for copyrighted the fender body shape Stratocaster Type S. My God Almighty. My God Almighty. Bud did the worst thing that could hurt Fender, this 75-year-old company. 75 years old. This CEO, they done in damage control. Remember in 2009 where they filed a trademark for the Fender Stratocaster? No. They lost. Fender lost. Fender lost the trademark for the Stratocaster. What about Telecaster? Did they file a trademark for Telecaster? No. Both guitars, Stratocaster and Telecaster, failed to file a trademark. And now here we are. For decades later, right now in 2026, this year, they went to the court in Germany, in Europe, Germany, where other defendants or plaintiff didn't show up to come and take this to the court for the legal battle for the Stratocaster as a copyright. As a copyright? And Fender won? This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. So many players going to be impacted by this. Red Show, Rick Beato got the message in attention, including what about Paul Davids? What about Mary Spender? Does these two got their attention? That Fender is in big trouble, financial trouble. That Stratocaster is now copyrighted, and Budco did the worst thing that has ever done, is to destroy other Strat body shapes, PSR, Sir, LSL, and other brands that Fender is going after. Is to take down that Fender Stratocaster in a monopolize this body shape. My God. My God. My God. I hope the artists, biggest artists, won't see this because, yeah, I think big artists like Eddie Van Halen, Jack Black, yeah, Jack Black played for the White Stripes, who got this Fender custom guitar, the Triple Caster. I hope Jack Black is not going to be happy to see this because guitar players are going to be highly pissed off and anger with this news. What in the world is Bud Cole, the CEO of Fender, is he thinking to order, take down, cease and desist? Strap body shapes needs to be destroyed. Other competitor brands like LSL, Sir, and PRS, Paul Reed Smith Guitar, the that John Mayer left Fender in favor of joining with the PRS, that John Mayer made the right decision because the guitar is not good enough. And now Fender is doing this by sending a cease and desist letters to take down Stratocaster's body shape and monetize like a monopolize this kind of shape. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Wow. People in the down comments, they will refuse to not play Fender. For me, I did the right thing. I did not play Fender at all. I've never played a Fender. I've never purchased a Fender guitar. I swear on my life. I never played Fender. I used to play Epiphone and Yamaha and First Act guitar. That's me. I have Epiphone, the Les Paul subsidiary of Gibson, because Gibson defended the trademark, where Gibson won the right for trademark for the Les Paul, Firebird, ES 335, and other body shapes of guitars that Gibson did defend with the trademark and understand this campaign was aggressive. That after the bankruptcy, they finally learn and understand what the players want. And Gibson finally listened. The opposite of Fender, the feedbacks, the critics, they don't want to listen. None of that is true. And also the statement that they posted on Instagram, not true. It is not true. It is straight BS. Red Shaw called it. Red Shaw called it. It is BS. Not true. For not a good enough apology. Not good enough with that statement. Now, they want to see fired. That is, Bud Cole needs to leave as the CEO of Fender because he did the worst thing in in Bud Cole's career. Not Larry Bud. That's coming from David Letterman, by the way, in the 1982 to 1993. Larry Bud Melman. God, I love Larry Bud Melman. I'm talking about Bud Cole, the CEO of Fender. He needs to go. He's definitely needs to go. And a new CEO will be good. Create a new body shape, something new for Fender, rather than focusing on quality guitars with the Fender, Telecaster, and Stratocaster copyright BS, and also the apology tour. Yeah, that's everybody wants to see an official apology tour statement that this copyrighted Stratocaster is 1000% wrong. 1000% wrong in a monetization and monopolization is unacceptable. To send a letter to the retailers all around the world, North America and international, in a cease and desist letters for a Stratocaster that Fender copyrighted for the Stratocaster body shape. And the Telecaster, oh jeez. If they send a cease and desist letters on the Telecaster, then it's a huge game over for Fender. Then Fender has nowhere to go to recover from this. If whatever gets in the way. I'm hope whatever happens, Fender has a very long time to figure it out the way to get out of this mess. They should have addressed this many years ago. Address this. I hope Fender can finally do something, because Thumbman filed a lawsuit to you, Fender. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Fix it. Or else this company for 75 years, closer to 80, is over if you don't figure it out. We're going to leave it right there. So, Tommen, if you win this case, good luck. Maybe Fender will be game over. Or if Fender wins the case, well, damn. So many hundreds of people are going to be very pissed off and very angry with Fender wins the case against Tommen with the file lawsuit loss to Fender. And nobody will play the Fender, Stratocaster, and Telecaster or bass with under the name Fender anymore. Never. Until this resolved by Fender. If they bring a new statement with the new CEO, an apology, with real emotion, with real bottom of their hearts for what they did for the Stratocaster copyrighted was totally wrong. With the cease and desist letters to going after to the brands. It is totally unacceptable. And that hurts other retailers. That hurts to guitar centers, that hurts to the Lon McQuade, that hurts to all the guitars, manufacturers, retailers all around the North America and international. Man, my God, my God, my God Almighty. What in the world of Fender, including CEO, they're thinking by doing this, killing the brand for 75 years, and now is on life support. My God. Damage control. Okay, I gotta put this back. That was a great game of the first light. Well, we are done for the episode 12 on the coverage of FIFA World Cup. So be covering next episode for the round 32. I'll be doing that next episode. Thank you guys for watching, everybody, and feel free to follow me on social medias, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at The Prime Show. And we'll see you next episode 13, next Friday after Canada Day. And take care of yourself on your Canada Day, and be polite and have fun at the Canada Day concerts, Brampton, Mississauga, Toronto. And hopefully, if the subject changed for the FIFA Fan Festival for the special event of Canada Day to be announced, I'm in. Or if not, then I won't be going to the concerts. They weren't getting much attention. I'll be going to Mississauga or Nathan Phillips Square in downtown Toronto for a Canada Day concert special. So, enjoy your Canada Day weekend, and we'll see you episode 13 next Friday, buddy. Very well, good day, and good night from Brampton, Ontario, Canada. Happy Canada Day, everybody, and let's hope for Canada. Canada advance round 16. And it's going to be South Korea or any team.